Hi everyone. I'm really excited to share with you today one of my favorite go-to dinners that I make for our family. It's something I like to make on the weekends because it's going to be sitting in the oven for a couple of hours, and then at the end of the day, I could spend the day with my family, and then when it's over, we have a great meal to come to. So I'm going to be making roast chicken for you tonight and showing you how to make it. It's very easy to make, and it's not as intimidating as some people think. Um, so what you're first going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the grocery store and purchase a 5 to 6 pound chicken roaster. I have already taken it out of the package, the one that I have here. I have a 6 pound chicken that I've already taken out. I've removed the giblets from the inside of the chicken, and I've rinsed it and patted it dry and set it aside. Okay, so once you do that, you can just go ahead and put it aside. And what we're going to do is we're going to roast our chicken. So I like to use a Dutch oven for my roasting my chicken. It looks like this. You certainly don't have to. You could use it in a baking pan with a raised rack, or even just any type of a casserole dish would even work as well. Because what you're going to be doing underneath the chicken is you're going to be making a base layer of vegetables. So at the bottom of this, I already have chopped up some carrots and some rough chop of some onion. So you can see that it's not very small pieces. They're actually very large. And I have not made the carrots that small either. So what that's going to do, that's a bottom layer that's now at the bottom of my Dutch oven. The chicken's going to sit right on top of this. And then it's going to create its own juices. And it's going to make the vegetables all nice and tender by the time it's done as well. So you'll also have some vegetables for your dinner all in one pot. Okay. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to rough chop some garlic. I already have some here. What you're going to do is you're going to take a garlic clove. Looks like this. And you're going to peel off a few cloves. I have probably about 6 to 8 right here. Take a couple aside, and you're going to put those aside because these are what are going to go inside the chicken to provide aromatics and provide some flavor from the inside out on the chicken as well. Okay. One trick that I found a long time ago is when you're peeling garlic, it can be very difficult to get all the outer layer off. So what you do is you take a knife, put it on top of the garlic, and you just press down with the palm of your hand. And when you do that, it releases it, and it comes right off. See, that was very easy. So when you're peeling a decent amount of garlic, it just makes it a little bit easier and more time saving. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put out a couple pieces that is going to go inside the chicken, and the rest I'm going to put right into the bottom of the Dutch oven. Okay, so then it goes. The very next thing, real quick, a lot of times when you work with garlic, obviously you get garlicky fingers. A real great trick to use to get the garlic flavor and smell out of your hands is to take lemon and lemon juice and rub it on the fingers, and then the smell will go away. And since we're going to be using lemon in this recipe anyway, I'm not wasting lemon for just having smell come off my fingers. So we'll be using that here in a second, okay? Actually, might as well do it right now. I'm going to take the lemon. My knife doesn't really want to work today. You're just going to quarter it, okay? These are going to go inside. This is also, by the way, this is a Meyer lemon. They have a little more sweeter flavor than regular lemons. Either way, both lemons are going to work, but Meyer lemons are in season right now, so I grabbed a bag, and they're going to go inside the chicken, okay? So I'm going to take the chicken. I'm going to take these lemon chunks, and I'm going to put it right inside the chicken. Don't be shy, because you're going to wash your hands afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. And then you're going to take the garlic, and you're going to put the garlic in as well. Okay, so it's all in the cavity of the chicken. All right, rinse my hands off real quick. You always want to make sure that you wash your hands when you're working with chicken, because obviously sanitary, it's good to be clean in the kitchen. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your chicken. Now, some people like to use butter. I like to use olive oil when I'm doing my chicken. I like the flavor that it provides, and I don't. My son has a dairy allergy, so we really don't use too much butter in our main meals. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to now another trick to know is that underneath the skin here is a great place for flavor. Okay, so if you take your finger, go right underneath the chicken, all right, provides these little pockets. Okay, you can take salt, pepper, garlic, fresh herbs, and put them right underneath, and it will also deeply flavor the chicken. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my hands off again real quick. Okay, so I have some herb de Provence here. So this is going to be the base. It's going to go really great the flavor of these herbs are going to go really nicely with the lemon and the garlic and the onion and the carrots. It's all going to blend together at the end. So if you have herb to Provence or anything along this sort, you're really going to like it. This is a mixture of thyme, basil, fennel, lavender, and I think might be some other things in here as well, but that's about it. So what I'm going to do is I've already taken some out because I don't want to contaminate my container because I'm going to be touching the chicken. So you always want to prep ahead a little bit of time, and you can take it out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stuff this underneath the skin. This is going to give the chicken some really great flavor. You can skip this step. This is not something that you have to do, but it's if you do it, you'll be really happy. Okay. All right. Okay, so I just washed my hands, and then I went ahead and I took black pepper, garlic powder, and salt, and I made it into a little mixture that I'm going to be putting on top of the chicken as well. The reason we flavor this chicken so much on the front end and the beginning of before you put it in the roaster is this is the only flavor seasonings that are going to get into the chicken other than the actual chicken flavor. So you really want to season it. If you think you have too much salt, add a little bit more. The salt and the garlic, it's really going to absorb into the chicken. It's going to make a really, really great flavor. So I have just a little bit of olive oil here. Actually, I'm going to put this into the Dutch oven first. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my chicken into the Dutch oven. Again, don't be shy. Just grab it, put it in. You can always wash your hands afterwards. Okay, it's going to nestle really nicely on top of everything. Some people like to trestle the legs together. You certainly can. It's pretty snug in here, so I don't feel like I need to. But if you're out in an open dish and it's going to start to, when it cooks, it's going to start to spread apart. If you tie it together, the two legs, it will make it more juicy and flavorful on the inside. You certainly don't have to. Okay, and you could always use unflavored dental floss. Don't use the minty kind. If you have unflavored, you can definitely use that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take olive oil, okay, and I'm going to drizzle this pretty liberously over top of the chicken. Okay, I'm just going to rub it around. All right, I'm going to get everything coated with the olive oil. All right, then you're going to take your mixture of salt, pepper, garlic. I'm going to sprinkle it on top. It smells so good already. So excited. All right, then it's almost done. All right, so we've been doing this for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're done. All right, it really didn't take very long, and we're going to have a great dinner. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this chicken. Again, you don't need to have any type of liquid in the bottom. The chicken's going to create its own juices. So you don't feel like you need to add chicken stock or a liquid. You certainly could add a little bit of wine. If you wanted to add a little bit of white wine or red wine to the bottom to give a little bit more depth of flavor, you certainly can do that. I'm not going to today, but you could. White wine would go great with this. It doesn't need to be an expensive bottle. Don't use expensive wine to cook with, but also don't use the cheapest stuff you can find either. So this is ready to go in. I'm going to put it in the oven for 425 for about 15 minutes, and then you're going to cook it for 20 minutes per pound at 350. So this chicken's going to be done in about 2 hours, and I'm super excited. I hope you liked this video. Again, not difficult to make at all. Put it in the oven, and you are done. 425 for 15 minutes, and then 350 for 20 minutes per pound. This chicken's going to be done in 2 hours, and we're going to sit and have a great meal. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. From my home to yours, I'm Andrea Moranville. Thanks again for watching. Bye.